Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So the year is closing on, so I thought it's probably best to end the year with a video on looking forward to next year and what may be coming, looking at some of the rumour mill images that still haven't been put together on the GW site, and just basically talking what I would like to see coming next year. So let's jump in and let's get started. So the first big thing we're going to see next year is, of course, Codex Demons. For those of you who don't know, the Demon Codex is next. It's coming. And we've already started to see some leaks online regarding the Demon Codex. You've already probably saw the big, well, I kind of say it's big. It's like medium-sized Nurgle Demon, which was previewed in the mini wargaming tour of the GW Studios. And there's also been a Duncan video as well, where he was painting a base and he had like a little Nurgling on it, riding like a little flying stuff. Of course, that's going to be going with a bigger kind of model, which is going to go on the base, but of course that wasn't previewed in the actual painting. But Demons are next, and it looks like they're going to get a pretty big release of models along with them. And this is where it starts to become interesting, because I have an inkling. Now, again, this is theory craft, this is me, this is not confirmed. I have a feeling they may put a Demon Primarch in this Demon book. Why would I say that? Because of this image here, which was on the rumour mill, which still hasn't been attached to a model. It is a serpent body, and the only Primarch which has a certain serpent body, should I say, is Fulgrim. Now, if we look at this piece of art taken from, I think it's the Pertrabo book, if I'm not mistaken, with him and Fulgrim in. The name escapes me at the moment, but it was where Fulgrim more or less got transferred into a beautiful snake, a godly snake, and he ascended to demonhood. I think it's going to be pretty plausible for him maybe to be in the book. I don't think Slaanesh are going to get their own book like Death Guard did. I just can't see GW going down that route. If anything, I'm scared of GW phasing Slaanesh out, but just like they did in Warhammer Fantasy, well, Age of Sigmar now, Slaanesh has more or less been shelved, but I can't really see that doing that for 40k. Because I think the fans would just be too much of an uproar in 40k if that happened. But I can see them obviously not promoting it as much as the other gods like Nurgle or Khorne or anything like that. With Fulgrim coming, if he does come in this book, again, this is all rumour and this is all me theory crafting. If he does come, then that means we've got 3 traitor Primarchs to the 1 Loyalist Primarch. So we've got Mortarion, we've got Magnus, and then we would have Fulgrim with this Codex book. And then we've only got good old Rebute, who is still around, repping the Loyalist side. So that means we've got to get a Loyalist Primarch next year. 2018 GW, we need a Loyalist Primarch back in 40k. Hey, look, I'm talking about Primarchs again. We definitely need one. My money is on the Lion, but then again, I was speaking to a friend of mine, Rick, and he put some good points about Leman Russ returning. The Space Wolves haven't had their codex yet. Maybe they're waiting to not put that out right away because they want to get the Russ model out with that and maybe do a campaign around that or something like that. So, you know, Russ is a strong contender of coming back, but if I had my way, it would definitely be the Line returning for the Loyalists, because I think the story with the Fallen and Luther escaping just makes it a bit more fun, a bit more plausible, and for me, I think it's more exciting, to be completely honest. And last month, GW hit 100,000 likes on their Facebook page, which means they revealed this model of the Captain General of the Custodian Guards. Now, I collect Custodians mainly for 40k. I wanted to make a 40k based Custodian army, but I just don't think they're valuable on tabletop, because I think they're far too expensive to push these chaps up the field, because they took away deep striking in 8th edition for these guys, which is, I just don't understand this. Custodians don't have deep strike in 8th edition. So that really put a nail in the coffin for my Custodian army in 8th edition. But maybe there is hope now. They've released this image, like I said, of 100,000 likes, and it is the Captain General. Does this mean Custodians are going to get a bit of love when it comes to 8th edition? Are we going to be getting maybe a Custodian / Sisters of Silence book, maybe? With some more rules, more models? Maybe they're making these into a full-blown army now. I would bow my body towards that. That would be an amazing thing for me. There's nothing more. What I want to do is actually collect Custodes. I think they're a fantastic force. I love the lore about them, and of course with 8th edition, they are no longer well, they are protecting the Emperor, but they're actually out in the world of the galaxy now fighting. They're no longer just based on Terra. They are now fighting in the greater war of the Imperium. And of course, we're going to have to reset the clock. I'm going to mention them. Sisters of Battle. Where the hell are the Sisters of Battle? These are probably the most requested army, which I've noticed for the past couple of months. Of course, we had Celestine come out in the Triumphant Pack, and it was an amazing model. Absolutely fantastic model. Loved it. And I actually thought, okay, she's out. This means we're going to get some more Sisters of Battle. And it was that was it. It just went quiet. They've got to come in 2018. They have to. I think if GW announced Sisters of Battle in 2018, they would make a crap ton of money. They are that popular. I would buy them. I would certainly buy them. I think the models look fantastic. The lore is fantastic. Everything about Sisters of Battle is fantastic. And we also have to look at the quality of the models of the Sisters of Battle. Looking at their range, they're probably not the best looking models, and I don't mean that in a nasty way. It means that with the quality of some of the plastic stuff that's come out recently, looking back at the Sisters of Battle armor, then it's been pretty much of an eyesore compared to some of the new stuff. So I'm hoping that 2018 is their year. It has to be their year this year because they're so popular. There's so much questions. Everyone just wants Sisters of Battle, and GW will have to take notice. The ball is firmly in their court now. It's up to them where they go, but I'm sure 2018 is the year we're going to see Sisters of Battle. It just has to be. And of course, go back to the rumor mill. We have had the latest rumor mill image. To me, looks Eldar. So Dark Eldar, or maybe Eldar are gonna be getting something. I know there's been some rumors about like an Eldar big mech kind of unit. They're obviously not confirmed. They're just rumors on the internet. You can't believe that. I have to take it with a pinch of salt. But according to the rumor mill, what you're seeing on the screen now, this is definitely Eldar. I don't think it's going to be anything else unless they're going to like troll us, and maybe it's like, I don't know, Vulcan model return with standing on like an Eldar war machine, something funky like that. But I can't see that. I think it's going to be Eldar, probably Dark Eldar, to be completely fair with you. Maybe they'll get some new models and some new stuff added to their forces. And on the topic of glorious Xenos, I want to talk about Orks, because I'm actually a huge Ork fan, and I think Orks are going to be the race of 2018. I think they're going to get some new stuff. If I got my own way, and if you've been following the lore and stuff, and you've been taking like little hints, stuff like from the Beast Arises series and all that kind of stuff, I can see Ghazghkull returning, well, Ghazghkull Fracker returning, and I think they're going to change the lore, well, not change the lore, but update the lore, where he becomes back and he is an actual prime Ork. He's a prime Ork leader of this amazing, huge, the biggest war you've ever seen hitting the galaxy. I don't think Orks really need a lot of upgrades to their models, and to be fair, like when people do on Ork armies, they just kit bash all the stuff that's out anyway. I'm not saying that's like you know, a good thing. I know a lot of people will probably want more Ork models, but comparing to some of the other armies who desperately need some upgrades, I don't think the Orks are really up there. But then again, of course, Primarch got a brand new range, and Space Marines didn't really need a lot of new stuff. So, you know, I can see when people are coming at me from arguments saying, well, you got Space Marine stuff and we didn't get anything. So, you know, I can see your argument coming from that point of view. But Orks, I would love them to get some new stuff, guys. I would. I'm not that much of a Xenos lover, but when it does come to the Ork boys, I just can't say no. I just love everything about the Ork race. So if Ghazghkull Fracker does become a prime Ork, and you know, this huge war, the biggest war which has ever been seen, comes and hits the galaxy, then it's going to be one thing. It's going to be amazing for the lore, because I would love to see the reaction of maybe people like the Black Templars, how they react, and Hellbreck, you know, and Chaplain Grimaldus and stuff. You know, these guys have been on Hell's Reach, and they've been fighting the Orks, and just everything like that. I think it's going to make a fantastic time. And of course, the Prime Ork model for Ghazghkull Fracker, who would not want to see that? Prime Orks are huge. They are absolutely massive. They're like half, well, the last Prime Ork was, I think it was like he made like war bosses look like children at his feet. He was just that big. That's how big this Ork was in the Beast Arises series, if I remember the quote correctly. So if we get something like that, like a huge, monstrous Ghazghkull Fracker model, I am going to be just buying it day one, pre-order day one, and just having it in the middle of my Space Marine army. It's going to be absolutely amazing. To be honest, 2018, everyone's got to get a codex. It's just if everyone's got to get a model, well, new models with their codex. Maybe, you know, you'll get like a HQ or something. I know some of the books that have come out this year got nothing at all. It was just, there you go, there's your book, and that is it. Grey Knight, well, I can't really say Grey Knights never got a new model. They got Voldus in the Triumphant pack and stuff like that, but Imperial Guard, they got nothing new. I know Slime Arbo's coming out on Boxing Day, but if you don't get in Boxing Day, then it's going to be out sometime next year. I wonder if they're going to be doing like a brand new Katajan update and stuff like that, because Slime Arbo's coming out, or it's just going to be like a one-off special kind of model, or, you know, something cool like that. I do know his model is in resin. It is not plastic. The Boxing Day one, which they're going to be selling, is resin. I don't know if they'll upgrade that to plastic. Maybe it is like a special limited edition model on that front. I was thinking, since the is it the financial year ends in May or starts again in May, maybe they're going to be holding off some of the big things till the later end of the year, around summerish, so they can post a profit, you know, when it comes to show their investors and stuff like that. Because that's what you have to realise sometimes, is that at the end of the day, they have to please their investors in the company and show that they're making profit, so they don't want to release everything that one side of the year. I know this year they've made fantastic profits. I think the stocks are probably at the highest they've ever been in like the past 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. So GW at the moment is on the up and up, and I think this is only going to go up and up in 2018 with the scale of releases they've had this year. The Primaris models, you know, all the codexes they put out around Christmas now, just before it, they've had a fantastic revenue coming in with the company, and it's shown in the stocks. I think the stocks now are just shooting up. They're doing amazing. Like I said, I think it's the highest in the past 5 years. What I would like maybe is they get all the codexes out as fast as possible. Because of course, if you haven't got a codex at the moment with the stratagems and stuff, you're at a huge disadvantage. So I do feel sorry for people who haven't yet got their books. So I'm hoping they get all the books out, maybe in the next couple of months, and then after all the books are out, then they start, I don't know, putting some nice models out to go with those books, so they've got still something to show a profit of when it comes for the next financial year. But I just don't hope they hold on to some of the books until later on in the year, because I think it will put a lot of people at a disadvantage when it comes to play tabletop, because there's some armies now which you just don't play, because with some of the stratagems which are out now for certain armies, it's just a victory's in the bag. Except Tau. I played Tau so many times, and Tau absolutely just still smashed me apart. Goddamn drones. Too many bloody drones. GW as a whole this year has been fantastic. From my standpoint, for someone who has more or less jumped into YouTube and started to make a channel within the last 2 years, the way GW have put themselves out in the community has helped people like me vastly, because I'm waking up now every day and there's something new to talk about in the hobby. When I compare this to 3 or 4 years ago, it was kind of a dim place. It was kind of a grim place, more or less, to be around 40k. There wasn't really that much stuff going on. There was the company as a whole was basically shutting itself off to the community. You know, they deleted all their Facebook pages and stuff like that. All that's returned now. You've got Block Library Facebook page. You've got, you know, the Facebook community page. You've got the Warhammer YouTube channel with all the cool painting videos. You've got the Warhammer TV on Twitch. All this level of community interaction, for me, I personally feel has propelled them forward in the actual industry of model making. I think their success is partly down towards these people who are interacting with the community. It's like every week there's something new, and I'm not more about discussion, I mean like an actual model which is new. You've got these rumour mills, what people love posting, and of course I'm talking about now. There's just so much that's been released at the moment, and it's just an incredible time to be a Warhammer fan, an Age of Sigmar fan, just a hobbyist alone within the GW setting. You've got all these specialist games that are going to be coming out as well. Of course, Necromunda's come out, and then you've got a bunch of Necromunda gangs which are going to be coming out next year. That's a whole other subject to talk about. You've got Titanicus, you've got a Bolter or Forge World, which they're going to be making like a human, well, a proper 1-to-1 scale replica Bolter, which is going to be coming out from Forge World. And then you've got your so-called Battlefleet Gothic is going to be returning, but the rumour is it's going to be Horus Heresy Battlefleet Gothic. There's just there's just so much stuff which is coming out, and it's just amazing just to think that 2017 was good, but 2018 is going to be even better. 2017 set the standard. Now 2018 is going to be a year where they're just going to completely blow it out of the water. I know it's going to just be an amazing year for people like me who just love the hobby, from the lore to the models, just looking at pretty models. It's just going to be an absolute amazing year. And we haven't even got on the subject of digital gaming. Now, of course, I think, do you know what? I think I'm just going to do a different video of the digital gaming because there's so much to talk about. Of course, we've had a lot of games this year. Some of them were fun, some of them were good, some of them were bad. Some of them have been complete letdowns. I know there's certain games which a lot of people are unhappy with. There's games that I am unhappy with, but 2018 is going to see more 40k games coming out. I know we're going to be definitely getting some big 40k games out. I haven't got any information on those at the moment, like with the story details or names and stuff, but I do know we are going to be getting some big 40k games hitting the market next year in 2018. So that's another amazing thing to look forward to if you're a 40k fan and, oh, well, Age of Sigmar 40k fan and a video gamer. Alright chaps, I'm just going to end the video there because there's still so much to talk about, but I think I'm going to have to break it up because I don't want to make it like a 30 odd minute plus video just talking because it'll probably get some of you guys bored. But I'm planning to do a lot more streaming about this, a lot more video content on this, probably next year now, because you know it's Christmas time, spend time with my family and stuff like that. I want to say thank you for watching the video, and I shall see you all very, very soon. See you chaps, and bye bye.